The topic tonight is unlocking your potential. And I mean, hands up here who as a child had a dream of how their life was going to be, of what they were going to do in their life. Hands up who had a dream. Okay, so how many of you who've had that dream are actually living the dream that you saw for yourself? Hands up. Way less hands. So probably about 80% of the room put their hands up saying, you know, that they had a dream as a child, and only about 3 of you have put your hands up to say that you're actually living that dream. Like, that actually pains me to think that there's people in this room who are not fulfilled, not happy, not living a totally fulfilled life, on track, on purpose. Of course, I too had a dream when I was a child, and my childhood dream was I was going to be like a fairy princess, but I didn't know I was going to be 6 foot tall, so I guess the fairy princess part was not quite going to happen. But I also had other dreams, like that I would travel and, you know, do things and have amazing experiences. Along the way, I was blessed with a variety of different tragedies that were very, very painful to me. I have a very strong faith, a very strong spirituality, so I believe that I have a true purpose, and that's why it's so easy for me to stand up here and speak, because I don't covet my life. I want to share my life. This isn't mine. This has been lent to me, and I want to share it. When I made that connection with my mum, my stepmum and dad said, "You are never to come home again," because I'd broken the illusion about my mum. So I was never allowed to come home again. So from the age of 18, I never got a birthday card, I never got a Christmas card. I was basically totally abandoned from my family, the black sheep. And I am such a family person. Like, family to me is everything. I sought out help to try and transform this stuff I carried that I didn't realise that I carried. I did homeopathy, I did meditation, I did the retreats, I did all of it. But somehow I still carried baggage, but the baggage actually was more around providing an amazing and abundant life for myself and the people around me. I decided to ask my business partner, "Can I borrow your vehicle? I just want to dash home and get something for you." She goes, "No problem." So I jump in the car, I drive home, I park the car, I walk down through the beautiful garden, put my key in the door, unlock the door, and I walk in the hallway, and I see this flash of pink. And I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." And I keep walking, I walk down the hallway, I turn the corner, and there is my gorgeous firefighter husband in my sexy black lacy lingerie doing an interview over the phone, a job interview. Like, you can't imagine where my head went. You can't imagine. I was like, am I in the right house? I don't know where to go. Like, my mind was like, I just thought I'd known you for 9 years. I really thought I knew this person, and now there's another part of this person in front of me that I had no awareness of. And I've had lots of questions, people like, "You must have known." Well, absolutely not, I didn't have any idea. I packed everything up, I put it in storage, and I just asked people, "Do you know anyone who's going away on holidays? I need a place to house sit." Meantime, I still have a business with 35 staff, and I still have a 1-year-old boy. And my husband, I'm trying to stay in contact with him and support him on his journey to wherever he needed to go emotionally. I started house sitting, and over the next 3 years, I house sat in over 40 houses. My son and I moved between every 7 days to 6 weeks. I remember coming down the stairs from this house, and I was packing up. I had nowhere to go that night. And this girl says to me, she was in the other part of the house, because it's an A-frame, so the bottom half is one unit and the top half's another unit. And she says to me, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm moving." And she goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "Actually, I don't know." And she goes, "Well, we're going to Hawaii for a month. Like, just take out, you can have our place." I'm like, "Really?" And that's sort of how it was. After 3 years of doing it, I was so tired. I just said to my girlfriend, "Please, can you just lend me a tent? Just want a tent." I was so sick of it. I'd had enough. Like, I couldn't do it anymore. I borrowed my girlfriend's tent, and for the next 3 months, we went to the food bank for food. I was still trying to run the business. I was still trying to clean the restaurant, and I was still trying to look after my boy. He was 4. He'd never had a swimming lesson. He was living on rice and beans because I couldn't feed him anything else. I just wanted it to change. I just wanted to offer him something else. I wanted to see this child have so much more. We have these times in our lives where we feel so stuck or there's something else going on that you don't think that you are powerful enough to create change. So you quit on yourself and you give up for whatever reason. I can't do it. Pray to God, please make it happen. It's the economy. I've got too many expenses. I can't create this. Whatever the reason is, it's all absolute crap. But you are going to have a light bulb moment. You're going to have something in your life, which I call a make or break moment, where you are going to choose to make a difference in your life and change it and step up and create something amazing for yourself. The second I found out that my mum was that ill, I thought to myself, if my mum dies because I have not figured a way out of this solution, I will never forgive myself. Bang, I had the solution instantly. I met this coach. I called her up from 3 years earlier. She said, come and have a chat to me. And she's an action business coach. And I said, all right. So I went and had a chat with her. And then, she said, look, you'd be a great coach and this is how it works and blah, blah, blah. And she just said to me, she said, it's going to cost 30 grand. I nearly fell over. I'd been making nearly $500 a month for 12 years. 30 grand, are you insane? Then she said to me, you know what, if you save up half of it, I'll give you the other half. If she'd never said that, I don't know if I would have tried. I got the loan in small pieces. My first credit card was $2,700. My next credit card was $5 grand. And then I got a loan for $15,000. So by the time, on the date, the deadline for that next course, I had my money for my course. And my mum said she knew in that moment that I was destined for something great. I was just the biggest sponge, because when you lose everything short of your life, there's nothing. I had nothing else. I was living in that tent. I had nothing else. There was only one way to go, and it was up. At the end of the 2 weeks, I got the award for the most inspirational coach. It was the start of giving me back me. If I do what makes me happy, terrible things will happen. So I made sure I was never happy, so terrible things would never happen. But terrible things happen because you're trying not to be happy, But all of this is going on in your subconscious mind. You're not even consciously aware of it. When I reprogrammed that belief system to when I'm happy, amazing things happen, can you imagine what happened to my life? I live now a life that's like a fairy tale. My life is a dream. I just have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And I make now more money per year than I did in the last 20 years combined. And it's not about the money, it's about choices. It's about having the opportunity to make a difference. It's about living a life on purpose. It's about standing up and being counted for yourself. It's about contributing. I hardly sleep because I'm so excited about my life. I'm up all the time. And what I want to share with you is that you have that potential too. You have the opportunity to, if I can do it, you can. You have the opportunity to have that dream that you had as a child and create something amazing for yourself. When you start to change your life and you get help and you unlock this becomes a magic fairy wand, and it can create anything for you. You are all here because on some level you want to unlock that space in your heart that you know deserves a better life. But see, that's going to take a bit of work, and it's not something that you can quit on. We're all the same. Inside my heart and soul is the same as your heart and soul. You want things for your life that I want for my life, and ultimately we want happiness, we want love, we want joy. You are already a miracle. You are here on the planet, you're a miracle. So why wouldn't you take that life, embrace it and dive into it and create a different option for yourself? We limit ourselves in terms of what our possibility is because we play small so we can reach it. We play small so we can reach it. How stupid is that? Why don't you set your goals so ridiculously high that if you got halfway there, you'd be like, oh my God, that's just incredible. I stretch myself all the time now because I want to know what the fibre of my being is. What's the fibre of your being? What can you really create if you tried? Where is your passion? Where do you feel it in your heart? Where can you make a difference? Where can you do small things in your life that create happiness and joy for you? Where can you create that difference? There's only 2 questions in my world. My first question is, how have I created this? How? Because I'm curious. How have I created this? And if I don't like it, my second question is, what do I need to change to make it different? Because it's not that you did something to me, or you did something to me, or the economy showed up a certain way, or I don't have enough money, or my job's not good. It's not that. It's because I am creating my world exactly the way I see it and believe it. I love what the Buddhists say. The Buddhists say that only the chosen few have the opportunity of true tragedy in their life, because it's only through true tragedy that you can ever experience true joy. Because when your bottom of the barrel is here and your top of the barrel is here, the distance is so great that this existence is so entirely different to this existence that you understand you never want to be here again. If you're in a situation, which I call the living dead, where the bottom of the barrel is here and the top of the barrel is here, the distance is so small, there's not enough difference. It doesn't matter where you're at. A lot of people hang out in this zone. It's comfort land, it's comfy slippers, because they are so comfortable they don't want to make change because change is uncomfortable. But also too, their experience of loss is so minimal that they haven't had their soul or their being or their personality stretched in a way that would produce any other result. The only person that can really give me the life I want to lead is me. So I better be developing a great relationship with myself and loving myself, absolutely and wholly loving myself, so that then I can love someone else. Because if my chalice isn't full, I cannot serve you, I cannot serve you, and I cannot serve you. If I don't love myself first and take care of myself and sort this out and create my magic fairy wand, I could never serve you in the way that I have the potential to serve you. I want you guys to walk away from tonight with a totally different understanding of what is possible for your life and what you are truly capable of. You are capable of so much more, and you have the potential to create a masterpiece, a masterful life in ways that you can't even imagine.